Our next comedian is an Emmy nominee. And he's doing all our great music tonight. Give it up for our next comedian, the fabulous Gary Robinson! I got 99 pounds, but the bitch ain't one. Control, only got control. Force it on the make sure my cash is closed. No crazy sayings, money cash flows. I'm the hood, stupid, what type of facts are those? You up the holes in his attitude.
Don't get too excited, guys. I was nominated for editing. How great of a DJ am I tonight? Pretty good, right? Thank you. I'm like the Calvin Harris of comedy. We're very similar. Calvin's like 6'5", I'm like 5'6". Calvin's got the body of a Greek god. I got the body of Greek yogurt. Calvin modeled for Armani, I get modeled for hair plugs. So we're very similar. What a great looking crowd. Give it up for you guys coming out. And you girls all look like models. And you guys look like guys who abducted models. I'm not saying this pandemic's been tough on me, but I'm 25 years old. I used to look like Tom Cruise from Rain Man. Now I look like Dustin Hoffman from Rain Man. I look like Tom Cruise if the missions really were impossible. Like, I feel like I look like Tom Cruise. I look in the mirror and I see Tommy Lasorda. My hair looks like it was cut by the last samurai. And it's heading towards oblivion. Like, I'm reenacting Mission Impossible Fallout, apparently. Like, I've transformed more than Caitlyn Jenner. Let's give up for Caitlyn Jenner running for governor. How great was that? That was great. That girl's got balls. Like, I really thought that she could come from behind. You know? I thought she could transform California into something we couldn't even identify, you know? But the promos had Bruce and Caitlyn, like, that wasn't even fair. That was 2 against 1. Anybody from San Diego here, by the way? Like, I grew up here. I grew up in the mean streets of La Jolla. Like, there's a lot of history here. Like, my car was stolen 2 blocks away, no kidding. And I crashed another car the other, like, 2 blocks away that way. And then when the car was stolen, we stole it back because they stole it, they took it to the ghetto, Pacific Beach. And then my maid said, hey, my daughter said there's a guy driving around with his car. And then so we stole it back. So the maid helped us steal it back, so it was good. So, but that's La Jolla for you, you know? Mean streets here. I made it out though. You guys want to hear how I made it out? Well, first of all, I went to La Jolla High right down the street too. And are you La Jolla High people here? No, of course not. You just want to be. But the first girl I had a crush on, and the first girl I slept with, both later went into porn. No kidding. I'm not just a lover, I'm a career guidance counselor, you know? And when I had sex with that girl, I really practiced safe sex. She was 2 months pregnant at the time. I'm sorry, it's a true story, guys. So, but and then I moved to LA to be the world's greatest director. I wanted to direct things like Citizen Kane, Apocalypse Now, Dumb and Dumber. My masterpiece is called Swimsuit Singles. It's girls giving dating advice and fitness advice while modeling in bikinis. Shot on 35mm film for you film buffs. And if you don't believe me, it's available at Walmart.com. It's available, it's perfect for the Walmart customer, you know?
Red box.
Yeah, red box, yeah, it's all over the place. But, you know, and then I moved, you know, at that point, look, it's no Platoon, you guys. But something died at the end. My career. Then I was at like a crossroads. I mean, do I go after the Oscar for Best Director or the AVN Award for Best Gangbang? Then I did something even worse than porn. I did promos for reality television. I did promos for Ripley's Believe It or Not. Believe It or Not. I did all the promos for Married with Children. Something I'll Never Be. And then I directed like a bunch of workout videos. So if you see a workout video, there's some guy behind the camera like me eating a ding dong and a Krispy Kreme saying, faster, come on, speed it up a little bit. Like I always love movies. I like movies like Seven, you know, feel-good movies with happy endings. Like even during the pandemic, I've been watching all like the Star Wars and Marvel movies, you know, like anything to get the fuck off this planet, you know. I like Thor. Thor's from Asgard. I live in West Hollywood, which I also call Asgard. I like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has the lasso of truth to trap men. Apparently, if she does that, you can do the exact same thing with a pregnancy test. I did some work for Martin Scorsese when I was interviewing. I said, hey, I did a short film kind of like Wolf of Wall Street. There were coke whores, hookers, dwarves, and that was just the crew. But I gotta say, I'm really happy to be here with you guys, because if I would have known when I was younger that I'd be over 40 one day trying to get Instagram followers, I would have killed myself a pretty long time ago. I like Instagram. I like all the Instagram models who post photos of like tits and ass followed by an inspirational quote from Gandhi. And just because you got a great ass doesn't make you Aristotle. Like how every Instagram story is the exact same story. I have too much time on my hands. Like Facebook, like everybody on Facebook, you gotta like them, and then you gotta like the page of whatever dumb thing they're doing. Like I barely even like them. TikTok's cool. You guys on TikTok? Of course, the young girls are on TikTok. TikTok's cool because if enough Americans get on TikTok, ultimately the United States will have the world's greatest strippers. I like Twitter. When I go on Twitter, like I see meanness, cruelty, and a complete disregard for other people's feelings. And those are just my tweets. Twitter's great. I'm going to Vegas next week. You guys go to Vegas a lot? Where do you stay? Nobody stays in Vegas anywhere? You can stay on the streets? I stay at the Luxor. They comp me because my relatives built the pyramids. They were Hebrides, by the way, for the non-history majors over there. I like the Luxor because the wedding chapel is right next to the Titanic exhibit, which completely reminds me of my marriage.
I too.
I'll bet. The Titanic went down after 4 hours of sinking. My ex-wife went down after 4 hours of begging.
Blue Diamond.
What is that?
Blue Diamond.
Blue Diamond? Oh, Blue Diamond.
Yeah.
What? What does that mean? What the fuck, Blue Diamond? What? What? Oh, the Titanic. Like, here's the weird thing about that. The lady who threw the diamond off the Titanic is actually a relative of mine. That old lady. So I guess her ghost made you say that dumb thing for me and interrupt my important set here. But I like the Luxor because they got the bodies exhibit. You see the bodies exhibit at the Luxor? It's like old dead people on display, right? So if you guys are going to Vegas and you want to see what old dead people look like, go see Cher in concert. That's not mean, okay? Cher's looked undead since like 19. Cher is 25 years older than me and looks 25 years younger. Cher looks like she could be my daughter. And her daughter looks like she could be my son. I like all the shows in Vegas. I saw David Copperfield. He's got an amazing illusion. He's levitated in space for 30 years. I saw Elton John. He's got the great song, Please Let Your Sun Go Down on Me. I stayed at Trump Las Vegas with my ex-wife, and then I deported her from my life after we built a wall. You guys, I can do one thing Calvin Harris can't do. I can play myself off stage. Have a good night, you guys.